we do that. But God looks at you a certain way when you do that. Read.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So whenever you put on pants, my sister, God looks at you as an abomination.
Yep.
So guess what you got to start doing? What you got to start doing?
Wearing dresses.
You got to start wearing dresses. So what should you do with all those pants that you have?
Put them up or throw them away.
Throw them away.
That's right.
That's what we got to start doing. And that's a good thing that you understand that, because why? That's you actually having the spirit.
Yep.
The spirit of understanding of what we're supposed to be actually doing. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to actually do it. You can't say it and then not actually go do it. Do you have a dress today?
Oh yeah, I got plenty on.
So why you don't go put one on today? Where you live at? You live around here?
Right up the street right here.
Right up the street? So you know what I'm saying? Guess what you need to start doing from this point on?
Wearing dresses.
Wearing dresses.
That's right.
Because why? That's a commandment of God.
Yes.
Teach
I'm
out.
going to show you something. Go to Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 8. It's a judgment for men wearing dresses and women wearing pants. A lot of our people don't know it because the Christian church ain't teaching the truth. They want y'all to be in captivity.
Teach.
You know what I'm saying? They want to lead y'all to hell. But watch this. We're going to free y'all mentally.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
Meaning when the Lord come back to kill. Read.
That I will punish the princes and the king's children.
We are the princes and the king's children. My young man, you are a prince.
Right.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? The word Israel means prince that has power with God. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be calling yourself a black African American. That's something that they gave us when we was in slavery.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So we got to start calling ourselves by what God called us.
Yep.
My sister, you are a princess of Israel.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? From whatever tribe you identify with on this side.
Yep.
That's what we got to start calling ourselves, not by the names that our enemy gave us.
Yes, sir.
Read on.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
When the Bible says it shall come to pass, that doesn't mean it's a future prophecy, meaning it's going to happen at some point in time. So this is going to come to pass in the future. Read.
That I will punish the princes and the king's children and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
When men put on dresses, young man, and women wear pants, that is strange to God.
Right.
Because he didn't design it to be that way. How do you know the difference between a man's restroom and a woman's restroom? What they got on it to let you know that is what?
They have signs up on the back.
They have signs on it, right? So what are the signs for the man's restroom?
Men go in the and the man go in the.
What that man got on? What the woman got on the woman's bathroom? A dress. So you know what I'm saying? Why we make it hard? God made it so easy for us. That's why a lot of our sisters they wear these tight clothes and then they be stinking. You know what I'm saying? That's why God designed it that way, because our people, they don't understand. What is that, Isaiah 3? Where they stink?
Isaiah 3, yeah.
Go to that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where the yeast infections come from. This is where all the different diseases that our sisters get from wearing the pants come from. That's why it's like that. Now you gotta go to the store, now your pH balance off. You know what I'm saying? All these different things. This is happening because we are going against God's commandments. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we gotta stop living that way. We gotta start changing our way we live. You found that? It's Isaiah 3 and 9.
No, it's 16.
16. Read that.
The book of Isaiah chapter 3 verse 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and want knives, walking and mincing as they go.
Is that not how our sisters are today? They walk with stretched forth necks. God is comparing them to a bird. You understand what I'm saying? They walk with stretched forth necks. Read.
Mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet.
That's saying the sisters, they usually wear the little ankle bracelets on their legs. That's what that's going into. But watch what God say about them. My brother, come and listen up, because we going over some positive stuff. Read.
Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
So what we going over right now, my sister, we teaching her about the commandments of God. Men are not supposed to wear dresses and women are not supposed to wear pants. You ever heard of that before? So you know what I'm saying? Whenever that commandment is broken, it's judgments that come from it. So what I'm showing my sister right now is the things that come from women wearing pants. So you know what I'm saying? God started to smite the crown of their head, meaning what? Now they got to go to the store and buy weave every week. You know what I'm saying? That's the judgment of God. But they don't realize it because they don't understand the word of God. So God, guess what else God judged them with? Read.
Was with the scab of the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Their secret parts meaning this area down here, read.
Verse 24, and it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink.
Not a stinking. Not a pH balance off. You understand what I'm saying? Because they wearing pants. You feel what I'm saying? Just that one simple law. That's something in the Bible that they don't teach in the church. That's why we come out here, because we trying to give y'all the truth.
Right.
We read a scripture earlier, the truth shall make you free. You understand what I'm saying? Make you free mentally.
Right.
Because a lot of our people, we don't understand. We've been lied to for a long time. What's your nationality, bro?
African-American.
African-American. See what I'm saying? What? And you should know your nationality about what it is. What we said earlier. Huh? A prince that has power with God, but what's your name? We're going to go over it again. Go to drop all what you got. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. And we're going to start at verse 37. Let's go there for the brother. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
Hey, so do you believe the Bible? You believe the Bible? So I'm about to show you how much of a true book this Bible actually is. You understand what I'm saying? God said we will become a proverb and a byword among all nations. Finish that out. I want you to read the whole thing.
A proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So God said we was going to become a proverb and a byword. A proverb is a wise saying. Hey, how many of y'all young men ever heard somebody say all black people love chicken and watermelon?
Just listen.
You heard somebody say that before? The Bible just said we was gonna be called proverbs and bywords. That's a proverb, a wise saying. When they say stuff like that, if you want to hide something from a black man, where you put it at? In a book. Because why? They say black people don't like to read. How many of y'all actually like reading books?
It never made sense. I just left the library.
That's good. What about the rest of y'all? Y'all don't like reading, right? So you know what I'm saying? These are things that are placed against us. These are wise sayings that are said against us, but they're actually true to some extent. You feel what I'm saying? So when we going over this Bible, we showing y'all that this Bible real.
Right.
This ain't no joke. The Christian church, yeah, they may teach you some lies. They may go in there, you might hear them play some songs and stuff like that. But what we showing you actual history of how we know that y'all are the children of Israel.
Right.
Watch this, read.
Verse 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out of the...
No, read 37 again.
Yes, sir. Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So wherever we go on this earth, we was gonna be called this. It don't matter if you go to Chicago. It don't matter if you go to Atlanta. Everywhere you go, you can find a hood. And who gonna be living in the hoods? Guess what? Guess who? Black people. You understand what I'm saying? This is the curses that God put on us. Go to verse 16. I ain't lying. Watch, read.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thy be in the city, and cursed shall thy be in the field.
Now we got drugs in the community. We got sex running rampant in the community. Are y'all having sex yet? Stop lying.
I ain't telling the truth.
He's smiling with it. I don't believe you, bro. What about the rest of y'all?
What about
y'all got girlfriends?
What about getting the field? Now, you
got a girlfriend? How old you is?
14.
You 14. What about you? You ain't got no girlfriend? He look like he lying. What about you? So a lot of our people don't understand when we do these things, bro. It's never supposed to be a girlfriend and a boyfriend in a black community. You understand what I'm saying? That union is for people when they get married.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Whenever you go against God's commandments and stuff like that, then other things start to happen that you can't control. Now you start to have babies that you can't take care of. You know what I'm saying? Then that creates a single parent household. Now you got people being raised up by their mothers. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what the Bible is talking about. But I don't want to go too far from the point that I'm making. So let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and read verse 32. Let me see if y'all can identify who this is talking about. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Bring it out.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Who y'all think that happened to? In history, when you look at any history of a nation of people, whose sons and daughters were given into another people? Which would you say, my brother? Right here on the sign, you absolutely right. When we went into slavery, our sons and our daughters were given unto another people. That's what the Bible is talking about. It's describing the things that happened to us. When we was in them slave fields and stuff like that, you had the white man right here on the auction block, and you had people getting sold to other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You were getting separated from your mother when you probably was like 4 years old. These are the things that was happening to us in history, but they don't talk about this in school.
Teach.
You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why they don't talk about it is because they don't want to let y'all know how great y'all are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these things only happen to the children of Israel.
Right.
These things only happen to the people who God chose in this Bible.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So keep on reading.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
So all the cotton and all the stuff that was picked in St. Francisville back then, whenever they was doing a lot of the stuff that they was doing, we ain't never see the benefits from that.
Right.
We didn't reap the benefits from the cotton. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all go and y'all want a shirt, y'all gotta still buy that shirt. As much cotton as we pick as a nation of people, you understand what I'm saying? We should still be. Today we should be able to have free shirts. As much cotton as we pick. You feel what I'm saying? But that ain't so. We still got to go to our enemies for everything. Yes, sir. Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
So that's why you always see a lot of these rappers making these depressing songs about being in an environment where they got to watch their back all the time. They got to sell drugs, smoke, so just to make money because they family hurting. You feel what I'm saying? That's what God is talking about. He said you're going to only be oppressed and crushed. Read.
So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes.
You're going to be mad for everything that you saying, man. I'm tired of living in the community like this. I'm tired of living in the hood. You know what I'm saying, man? Whenever I make it, when I make it with this rap stuff, man, I'm going to get it big, bro. I'm going to move out the hood. That's what a lot of our people say. But why not just fix the community? Why not just do what God say do so that we won't have to go through that?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And then you can stay where you grew up at. You feel what I'm saying? But we want to do the opposite of that. That's why we going through the things that we going through. You feel what I'm saying? Read.
That was it on that.
That was it on that? Yes, jump to verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So whatever you want, anything that you want, you got to go to the other races for it. You know what I'm saying? If you want clothes, you want food. Y'all just left the store, right? Who owned that store? White people, Arabs, all these different races of people. None of our people own it.
Right.
You think that's a coincidence?
Teach out.
You feel what I'm saying? It's set up like that for a reason, and we showing y'all out of the Bible how we know it's true.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because we seeing it before our very eyes. But watch what else it say. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And it says he, meaning those other races that put us in slavery, was going to put a yoke of iron on our neck. There's no other race that you'll know that had these yokes of iron on their neck. Y'all ever seen that before? Y'all ain't never seen that before where they had yokes of iron on their neck? I'm going to show y'all something real quick. The reason why a lot of times they put the yokes of iron on their neck like that was some of them like runaway slaves and stuff like that. Went to notify them whenever they was running away, they had bells at the top of the things that they put on their head. So whenever they would run away, it would make a noise so that they can catch them.
Right.
That's stuff that happened to us literally in history. You understand what I'm saying? So God was telling you in the Bible, hey, these other races, they gonna come and they gonna put a yoke of iron on your neck. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So my question to y'all is, are we still walking around today with yokes of iron on our neck? No. So guess what that means? What has happened? Because the Bible just said he's going to put a yoke of iron. Wait, read it again.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So what that's letting y'all know? If we ain't got yokes of iron on our neck no more, what that mean about us? The Bible just said it. We destroyed.
That's
you understand
right.
what I'm saying? We destroyed. That's why we don't know where we come from. That's why we don't know our language. We don't know our culture, what we used to eat. We don't know none of these things. You feel what I'm saying? Because we destroyed mentally. You feel what I'm saying? We destroyed as a people. That's what the Bible is going into. That's what it's talking about. So what I just showed y'all is how we can prove that we are the people of this book.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So we got to start changing the way we do things. You know what I'm saying? Just because your friends may feel like you ain't moving how they moving, that don't mean that you should go do what they doing. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Go to Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1 and then start at verse 18. Because a lot of our people, man, they getting caught up on the NBA Youngboy. How many of y'all listen to NBA Youngboy? Any of y'all been to his concert? None of y'all been to his concert? So you know what I'm saying? Y'all listening to that stuff gonna corrupt y'all mind, bro.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm from Baton Rouge. Literally. This little dude is actually one of my relatives' cousins. You feel what I'm saying? So I've listened to some of the stuff that he make. Bruh, the stuff that he's pumping into y'all brain, bruh, is for y'all to come out here and kill and do whatever.
Right.
That's the stuff that he pumping into y'all brain. Go to Proverbs chapter 1 real quick and start at verse, is it 18?
Yes, sir.
That I called? Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 18. And they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives.
Start at verse 8.
Verse 8. My son, hear the instruction of thy father.
Hear what the Bible is saying? He say, my son, hear the instruction of your father. Whenever you wanna know about God or you wanna seek God, you should go to this Bible. You understand what I'm saying? God is y'all father and y'all are his son. Right. That's why he's giving y'all the instructions of how y'all should live. Read.
And forsake not the law of thy mother.
And he say, don't forsake the things that your mother had taught you. You understand what I'm saying? He's teaching you the commandments of God. Read.
Verse 10, my son, if sinners entice thee.
He say, of what?
If sinners entice thee.
People who going out here trying to murder, people who going out here trying to hit a lick. How many of y'all know somebody who wanted to go hit a lick? You know what I'm saying? Or come up on some money. How many of y'all have seen uncles who get into that stuff and they go to jail? You understand what I'm saying? That happened in the black community. But he's saying, if sinners entice you, if somebody urging you like, hey man, come with me, grab a gun. Let's go get on old boy and get his loot. Watch what it say, read.
Consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood.
You ain't weak because you say no. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think they weak because of that. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people think they weak.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.